Good morning. This is Professor Dean. I'm coming to you from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. Again, this is Tracy Dean coming to you from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. Welcome to English Podcast. This is English as a second language. Today we're going to do some new vocabulary words, absence, climb, and some other vocabulary words, about 10 to 15 of them today. And after we do that, we're going to be using them in a sentence. We're going to be using them in a paragraph. We're going to be looking them up into Google. So we're going to be doing vocabulary words. I'm your host, Professor D. Thank you. Okay, today we're going to be looking at a few vocabulary words. The first word is absence. Everyone please say absence. Absence. Then the next word is associate. 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 Bend. 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 Drama. Drama. Limb. Limb. Oppose. Oppose. Positive. Positive. Propose. Propose. Slide. Slide. Struggle. Struggle. So let's look at the third word, absence. And when we look at the word absence, we can see that absence is part of speech is a noun. What is that? A noun. Noun. So let's talk about absence. If you're talking about the word absence, you could report your absence to me. You tell me why you are absent with a T, but you report your absence. You see the difference? Two different words. They sound almost alike, but you report your absence. So I could say, tell me, why are you absent from class so much? And somebody could say, the reason I'm absent is, right? Which is different from frequent absences. You can say, the student has frequent absences because they have to go to work. You see that? You have frequent absences in my class and it affects your grade. So that is the meaning of the word absence, talking about, rather, why you're not there. Now let's look at the very first sentence. The teacher, everybody let's read this together. The teachers began to note Clara's frequent absences and question her story about being sick each time she missed a class. Let's look at the next sentence. The manager clearly explained to the new employee that he wouldn't accept absence for any reason except an emergency. So let's look at the word absence. Looking at that word, we know it means what? Not being there, right? For example, you could explain your absence of why you were at the school's party. You could explain why you were not here. Some of our reasons were because we were sick. Some of us, we could not make it. Some of us, we had transportation problem. Some of it is that we had to go to work. So let's look at number one. And if you're looking at the answers, and you have three choices, absence means A, the state of being dishonest, B, the state of being ill, C, the state of being not being present. What is the answer? C. C. The answer is C. Very good. Let's look at the word associate. Associate. What is associate? Is that a verb or a noun?
A verb.
A verb. Now let's look at the meaning of the word associate, and let's talk about it. I could say that I associate autumn with winter, right? Because there are different seasons of the year. You could also say, as the example is given, I always associate watermelon with summer picnics. And sometimes in America, we associate 4th of July with fireworks. Everybody understand associate? That means we put them together. So if we see fireworks, most of us say it is 4th of July or some festive activities, correct? Now, we could also associate different colors. For example, red, white, blue, and Santa Claus with Christmas, correct? Mm-hmm. You associate those colors and those events with Christmas. And just like we taught the other day, you can associate Christmas carols with Christmas. Everybody understands that? So we're going into the definition. Let's look at the second sentence. Even after many years, let's read together. Even after many years, people associated the actor with his early films in which he played the part of a dangerous criminal. Now, many of us, when we hear certain songs, we associate them with a certain singer. Now, how many of you know this lady, Whitney Houston? Yeah. Tell me a song she sings, or you associate with her. That's okay. That's okay. You can just tell me the words. And I will always love you, right? And I will always love you, right? Everybody associate that song with Whitney Houston. Yeah. So we know that she is the original singer of that song. If she even sings many other songs, they know that she sang that song. Do you see that? Now, let's talk about the associate. As the answers, associate means A, to connect with, B, to work with, or C, to request. What's the answer? A, to connect with. Connect means to put them together. You can associate pens with pencils. Connect because they work together. So I will look, and you can look this up in your dictionary. You have some of you may have one. Look up in the dictionary for associate.
Almost similar.
Very similar. So let's look in the dictionary. Because that's another thing that we have to learn to do is look in the dictionary. And we have two ways of using dictionaries. One, we can go to a regular dictionary that you have. Or two, you can go straight to Google and use a Google dictionary. The dictionary says to join in a relationship, to link the imagination or mind, a colleague or partner, a companion or a comrade. So this is more closely to connect. Yeah. Now, I do agree that you can call an associate your partner to work with, right? Yeah. I agree.
That's why I took B.
Yeah, and that's why you took B.
Yeah.
So yes, an associate can also be your partner. But here it says in the dictionary to join in a relationship. What does it say in Google? Does it say in Google to connect or to work with?
Connect someone or something.
Yeah, to connect someone or something with something else. Do you see how that works? So the two meanings, I would say A and B are very, very close, okay? Very similar. It needs a little bit more to say they're not the same, because associate is my teacher that I work with. Could be Professor Nanette, could be Professor Smith, correct? So I would say both answers work, both. All right, everybody?
Like you and Gina, you are associate.
Associates, right?
Yeah.
Like me and Miss Gina, right? And we work together in different places, okay? Now, let's talk about Jacob. Jacob bent deeply as he walked into the room. He is so tall that he used to not fit in through most doorways. Ow! I can bend my finger. Do you think it's broken? So what does the word bend mean? What does bend mean? Bend means something that is curved.
Yes.
Curved. Bend means curved. So like you bend your finger, or you could bend the rubber. Now, bend also means something else in English. It could say, I am going around the bend in a road. It has more than one meaning in English. So if you look in an English dictionary and look for the word bend, or you look up in Google and look for the word bend, it has more than one meaning. So let's look at the word bend. And we're looking for the word bend. So bend means to move from a straight position into a curve. But you can also say we are going around the bend, which is part of a road. What does it say in Google? One meaning?
Shape of course. Something straight into a curve or angle.
Right, and then it has a second meaning. A curve, especially a sharp one in a road. Right? That's two meanings that the one word bend has. Do you see that? Two different meanings. Now let's look at number. So your answer, when you look at bend means A, to brush lightly, B, to move from a straight